Here are my picks for week 1 of the NFL season. I am picking every single game all year long, keeping track of my overall record and challenging all of you to beat me. Watch till the end. I'll tell you exactly how you can send in your picks for a chance to win a jersey for completely free of your favorite player and reveal my current Super Bowl favorites as of today. Starting with Thursday Night Football and big trust heading into Arrowhead to upset the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Ravens have been dwelling and sitting on that near AFC title loss all offseason, while the Chiefs have been celebrating and partying. KC lost the first game last year. Wait, does this mean that the Super Bowl is going to end the same way this year? And then we have an international game in week 1. Friday, the Eagles and the Packers are apparently meeting in a gang-infested country breaking out with wildfire. I mean, man, if the conditions in Brazil can't host an NFL game, move the game to Philly before it's too late. I think regardless of where they play on this planet, the Eagles' rushing attack should be so good they're going to have an advantage early on in the season, especially versus very young teams like the Green Bay Packers. It's hard to pick the Carolina Panthers against anybody. I do think they'll be more competitive, but not upsetting the Saints week 1. I had the Vikings beating the New York Giants, and there's something about me I just never have believed in rookie quarterbacks week 1 or season 1 to be honest. So I'm sticking to my guns. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks to beat the Broncos. Drake May's officially on the bench, so I don't think the Patriots have any chance against the Bengals. And even though I love Jaden Daniels and what the Commanders are doing, I think they're a year away from upsetting teams like the Buccaneers week 1. The Dolphins are probably easily going to win the Battle of Florida, and seeing this new Atlanta offense versus the elite Pittsburgh defense is going to be electric. I'm trusting the Falcons defense to ironically be improved enough to barely beat the Steelers in week 1. And I was going to take the Tennessee Titans to beat the Chicago Bears for the same reasons I was just making about the rookie quarterbacks. But how can I? The Bears roster is absolutely loaded. Even if it doesn't click early on in the season, they just have so many star players that maybe that'll carry. The Bears defense should be very improved from last season with some of the additions that they've made. And this stadium will be filled with fans who have been waiting for decades to have hype like this again. It's a perfect storm, and Will Levis is walking straight into it. Give me da Bear. And something stinks on both the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. Not sure 100% what it is yet, but I'll be taking the Dallas Cowboys, especially considering since Deshaun Watson's already injured. Hey, I don't accuse people of doing very terrible things very often. Is Deshaun Watson robbing the Browns like actively? Which brings me to the Las Vegas Raiders coming here to my hometown, to my backyard in SoFi Stadium here in LA, California. And y'all already know I'm going with my Chargers, but I won't even go one step further. The Raiders won't score more than 14 points in this game. Which brings me to my upset of the week. And look, man, the Bills lost a ton of guys this offseason. They got a lot of young guys they've been developing, filling in those shoes. I think it's going to take some time on both defense and offense for the Bills to really identify their new main contributors to this team. Who is going to be the leading receiver in this offense? Who's going to step up and be the CB1 or those top-notch safeties we're used to seeing in Buffalo on the defense? Who's stepping into Matt Milano's spot who's already injured? Is Von Miller going to be healthy? It's so many questions, and with how star-studded, how electric I think that this Cardinals offense is going to be, I think they jump out early in the game, and the Bills just don't have enough time to come back. And we're waiting all day for a Sunday night. Los Angeles Rams on the road in Detroit against the Lions. I mean, it don't get much better than this for a week 1 Sunday Night Football game. All the Matthew Stafford and Detroit storylines. All the Jared Goff and Los Angeles Rams storylines. The Lions bounced the Rams last postseason, but I think Stafford's going to be locked in. I think, like the Ravens have been sitting on that loss all offseason. Kind of sucks for the Lions. They got to play the Rams first, where the Rams can get that revenge. They can get that monkey off their back in the first week of the season. I just think Stafford is going to be so unstoppable against this Lions secondary, with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp completely healthy for probably the only game this season. I think Puka's even already banged up. We haven't even started yet. And the final game, which I am also going to be at, and I cannot wait. It's on my NFL bucket list to both go to the 49ers stadium, see Aaron Rodgers play before he retires. And hey, I gotta give the 49ers credit. They did need to get a Brandon Ayuk deal done, but the energy of this team is off, man. And yeah, they could pick that back up into the season, but with Trent Williams out, Brandon Ayuk holding out all offseason, Debo's energy seems down. Purdy struggled in the preseason. The few defensive players that did play, they didn't seem like they were super eager to get out there and play football again. All this is adding up, while in New York, it feels like it's the complete opposite. There's a few reports here and there, the normal stuff on Aaron Rodgers, but if you watch Jets practice, if you pay attention to what's actually going on, this team seems like it's coming together. And I said it so many times, this Jets team reminds me of that Buccaneers team that ran the table with Tom Brady. I'm taking the Jets to beat the Niners on Monday Night Football and shock the world. I'll reveal who I got winning the Super Bowl as of today. This will change throughout the season, but first, to join my free Pick'ems challenge this year and enter your picks for a chance to win a jersey of choice, all on the NFLMike page. Just go over there. You will see the link posted up on my autobiography. My Super Bowl pick as of today is the Baltimore Ravens